Today's guest is Sandra Salin, an 85-year-old YouTuber, former actress, award-winning artist, and an adventurer who's climbed mountains and flown a Spitfire plane in her 80s. Now she's building a YouTube channel with nearly 20,000 subscribers that's inspiring women to age boldly and live fully.
I would watch YouTube and I'd try and find women of my age because I was trying to do makeup the way 30-year-olds did it. And you know what? It's not the same.
In this conversation, we talk about why Sandra started her YouTube channel in her 80s.
Okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to start a channel.
Her attitude as an 85-year-old woman on YouTube and how that attitude has literally made all the difference. And how joining my YouTube bootcamp helped her with her strategy and see more growth than she had ever seen before.
I don't say I'm starting a YouTube channel in my 80s. I'm just starting a YouTube channel. I just decided to do it. And I didn't think about my age. I didn't think about anything like that. I just kind of did it. It's really a mind-expanding experience.
If you've ever thought that it was too late to start something, then this conversation is hopefully going to change your mind. No matter your age, be prepared to be inspired. You are going to love Sandra. Hi, my name is Erika Vieira. I'm a YouTube strategist and coach, having helped nearly 2,000 business owners, entrepreneurs, and creatives grow on YouTube. This show is about real conversations on what it's really like to grow on YouTube. To learn more about me, my programs, my coaching, check out the links in the description below. I also have a free live workshop that you're going to want to check out that's happening this week. Ladies, class is in session. Let's talk to Sandra. Hello, Sandra. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm honored. This is really exciting.
I'm excited to have you, and I know everyone's going to love you. So you are an 85. How did that happen?
Well, first of all, I don't think of myself primarily as 85. I still think I'm, 25, 30? In fact, I've had to slow down because I was jumping over things and breaking my wrists, and I had to realize that I'm not 30 and I can't do those things. I just don't think of myself as 85. So that's how it happened, because I just don't put a number or a limit on what I do, except to kind of protect myself from breaking anything. It started on a hike in the Sawtooth Mountains, where a friend told me, I was at the time as an artist, there was so much administration work to do. I never took typing. That's before computers. It's when you used to type, and it would take me days to do a resume. And this friend who I was hiking with said, there's this thing called a Macintosh computer. And it's just come out, and you might look at it because you can save and copy. And that started it. And it started with just a 128K or a 512 computer, and I loved it so much. It's like magic to me. It still is. I started with a computer. I learned the computer. And then I saw people blogging. Oh, well, that's interesting. I think I'll try blogging. And then I tried Instagram. And I remember lying in bed with my granddaughter saying, how do you do this thing? I don't get it. So she showed me a little bit about Instagram. That was the hardest. Then I thought, well, gee, people blog. Maybe I should blog. So I blogged and I Instagrammed. And then the thing that got me into YouTube was that I would watch YouTube and I'd try and find women of my age, because I was trying to do makeup the way 30-year-olds did it. And you know what? It's not the same. It was somebody who taught things on YouTube. She said, if you're looking for something and you can't find it, you've got to know that there are thousands and thousands of other people looking for the same thing. Mm-hmm. And I thought, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to start a channel, and it's going to be about makeup. I don't know why it was makeup, but I just thought I'll do a YouTube channel because I want to see other women doing a YouTube channel. And that's how it really started. And I kind of chose makeup. And to be honest, I'm trying to think why. Probably as an artist, colors. And I didn't know how to do a lot of the stuff that I do now. I'm still learning. But it was because I couldn't find women like me on YouTube. And I love YouTube.
How long ago was it when you started your YouTube channel?
Kind of seriously, 2 or 3 years. Before that, I was very, very active on Instagram. My son kept on saying, Mom, you've got to start recording. Oh, Matthew, what am I going to talk about? Come on, Mom. You're really good at this. You need to record. People like you. You need to record. And I'm thinking, I don't know. And he even got me one of those lights, a ring light.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And So one day, I don't know, I got the guts and I did a video about putting lipstick on
Okay.
and thinking, well, that's it. And then what do you know? People really liked it. They wanted me to do more. Really? Okay, I'll do more. And
Yeah.
so I started doing it and I started having lives and people really liked it.
Oh, this is it. The lipstick. 4 years ago.
Yeah, yes.
3 steps to
So
easy, pretty, mature lips. And then
look
makeup
how
that won't
fast.
scare your neighbors. There we go. That's your 4 years ago.
I didn't realize it was only 4 years ago. Wow.
So you weren't actually filming specifically for YouTube at that point.
Right.
What happened when you went from Instagram to saying, no, I want to do YouTube more?
What surprised me is that it was much quicker with Instagram, but with YouTube, it just took time to build an audience. And the other thing was, didn't know what I was doing. And it was when I joined your boot camp, which was hysterical. I didn't know the difference between a thumbnail title and a title. I thought they were both the same.
Yeah.
Not only that, you used to get on, well, you still do, used to get on me because I do these obscure, funny things that I got, but that the rest of the world didn't know what in the world I was talking about.
Like, Sandra, what's this video about?
Exactly.
Like, oh, yeah. So
I like kind of off the wall things and I get them, but that's not what you do for YouTube.
you
So
can be off the wall in the videos, but we can't be confusing in the thumbnails or the titles because people won't know. They won't know what you're talking about, so they won't click on it.
They didn't. I was so obscure and so funny that my husband and I loved them and got a big kick out of them, but nobody else knew what I was talking about.
Yeah.
I had a lot to learn and I'm still learning.
You are still learning. And I love how you're still learning. You come onto the calls, you ask questions. I mean, you are in there.
One of my best qualities is that I'm curious and I want to learn and I want to, I enjoy the challenge of learning. It makes me crazy. There's so much I still don't know. I remember I was talking with a really big YouTuber, really, really big. And she said, well, aren't you making money with Instagram and don't you have links? And I thought, no. And I still don't know how to do it, to be honest. Oh. I know how to do it with YouTube, but I still don't know how to do it on. So I'm still learning and I miss all sorts of stuff, but I have a good time.
Yeah.
The other thing, does anybody know how hard it is to do YouTube? It is really time consuming and thought consuming. And you're trying to think, what is the next thing? People might look at it and think it's easy. It's not.
So why do it?
It's fun. It's interesting. I'll tell you something else. I've helped women. Women have written to me and said, I retired and I wasn't going to do anything. And then I saw you on YouTube and you're 85 and you're still doing this. And I thought, what am I, complaining about? And she went back to work. And, it's, what would I be doing instead?
No. Yeah.
Neither do I. It's given me great friends. I've met some wonderful women. And what's funny is I think of them as equals, not equals, the same age, but it turns out I'm the mother of all of them. That I'm older than.
Well, because you're 25 and 30, right? In your mind.
You know what? You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
And I've really met some fine, fine women and have a wonderful relationship with them. So it's that it's really a treat. And I've had some of my friends are not here anymore. So it's been it's expanded my world.
I think it's important that people hear this, and women, especially as we get older as well. Like you said, it's a lot of work, but there's a reason why you continue doing it again and again and again. You upload every week, you do the work, but you're still doing it. It has to be that you get so much enjoyment from this community you've built, and maybe even from the work itself.
I'm now trying to learn how to vlog. So there's always another step. There's always something more to learn, to gain. And that's fun. I have a good time doing it. And my kids get a big kick out of me. When I recently went on a trip with my daughter and she just laughs at me. She always knows I've got my camera out. I'm always photographing things. My grandkids brag to all of their friends about my numbers. Your grandma? Huh? So it's fun, and the
Yeah.
kids get a big kick out of it, and I do too. And I'm very proud when I do a good one.
Mm-hmm. Do you think a good one, though, is it when it gets a lot of views, or you feel good about a video, even if it doesn't get views?
I'm proud of myself that it was a good one. I also am very lucky. My husband edits my videos. And
That's
so
very lucky.
yes. And so he really helps me out, and
Mm-hmm.
he makes me look better than I am, because I sometimes go off on such tangents, and he'll ask me, what? And he trims them down.
He trends them
So,
for you
right.
to keep it
But
on task or on topic.
it's wonderful that my husband and I have a great time doing these videos. We were out
Yeah.
to lunch the other day, and we were talking, and we were so involved with talking about these videos. And what do you think about this and that and blah, blah, blah. And I was thinking, there's so many husbands and wives who go out to lunch and have nothing to say to one another. We don't stop talking. We're lucky.
It's fun. So this is a project that both you and your husband are essentially doing now.
Yes. Yes.
And
So
how
he
old is
does.
he?
How about 94?
94.
Yes,
Oh, you're the spring chicken.
exactly. He robbed the cradle.
Yes. So
Actually,
94, he's editing all your videos.
uh-huh. How's that?
Wow.
So this is great.
Wow.
He loves it. He's having the
Yeah.
best time.
It gives you guys both something to do.
Yes, he's exhausted.
You're putting him to work, Sandra.
Really hard.
Oh
I
my
just did a
God.
video. I just did a video the other day, and he said, this was a really hard one. He does get exhausted with these videos, but he's really enjoying it.
Yeah, that's great. And was he the one editing everything from day one?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
because I didn't know how to edit. Now
Okay.
I know how to edit because I sit next to him and I
Mhm.
watch what he does. So I've learned. And I'm actually taking an editing class. Have I
Oh,
edited yet?
wow.
Because I want to learn how to do it. There's always something new to learn. And how in my studio, how in the world do you do that? It's really a mind expanding experience.
So you haven't actually edited any of your videos, but you are learning from your husband in this class.
I edit the Instagram ones.
Okay.
So I know how to, and in fact, I shot something yesterday, the day before, and I'm going to do just all the editing on that. So, because my
Okay.
husband wants me to learn how, so I'm editing that.
Got it. But then he does a YouTube. I want to take a minute to thank my sponsor for this video, Kiln. Kiln is an organization of co-working spaces all throughout the western half of the United States. This is where I'm filming right now, and if you happen to have a location near you, you're going to want to check it out. It's a place that you can film your content. If you are looking for a dedicated space outside of your own home, an office space that also has a benefit of being a community. There's so many amazing community events. The space itself is absolutely beautiful. And for me, it has been an absolute game changer for my business and for my YouTube channel. For me to be able to leave the house where sometimes things are quite noisy, quite crazy with the kids, with the gardener, with construction happening next door. It is so nice to know that I have this nice, beautiful, clean, quiet space that I'm able to work and I'm able to film. So thank you so much for Kiln for sponsoring this portion of the video. If you're curious about a co-working space for yourself, check out the links in the description below. How often are you uploading onto YouTube?
I'm trying for once a week. I missed this weekend because the water heater exploded.
Oh, well,
And
okay. We got to fix that.
so I was out there with the towels and sopping everything up, things like that. But I'm trying for once a week. And
Yeah.
I usually get once a week.
So what was it like starting a YouTube channel in your 80s?
I don't say I'm starting a YouTube channel in my 80s. I'm just starting a YouTube channel. I just decided to do it. And I didn't think about my age. I didn't think about anything like that. I just kind of did it. I was very fortunate. People knew me on Instagram, and I was featured in the London Times style section, and they had me doing makeup. So there were people who were really featured me. Here I am in the London Times with a double page feature about this old lady. There was one about people over 80, and I was above Queen Elizabeth. They had a whole list of people. I think being 85 is a benefit because there aren't very many.
Not many that are willing to do YouTube, that's for sure.
You're right. There's a group of us, but it's not many. There's not many 85 40-year-old women who want to do anything. I don't know, my energy, my zest. I'm always reaching for something, always wanting to learn something. It's just my DNA.
Yeah. It keeps you young.
Well, it kept me breaking my wrist a number of times and, breaking my foot.
Yeah.
I really have had to tell myself, slow down. You
Yeah.
can't do this. You've got to
Yeah.
realize.
Yeah. But you're using your mind, which is the most important. With YouTube, you're very much using your mind in ways that if you weren't doing YouTube, I'm sure there'd be other things you're doing, but it is challenging. It does challenge you.
Yes, it does. You have mistakes. Stuff happens. Doesn't matter how organized you are, it's just stuff happens and you have to fix it. And how do I fix it? And should I do this? Should I do that? The sound isn't right. Oh my God, what do we do? What about the visuals? The color is wrong. There's a lot of work involved. But at the end of the day, it's good. Or as Martha would say, it's a good thing.
We'll have to talk about your Martha Stewart video. What would you tell women, especially who say they're even in their 60s, 70s, 80s, that they feel like they're too old for YouTube?
They're not too old for anything. It doesn't have to be YouTube. I flew a plane in my 80s over the White Cliffs of Dover. People say, oh my God, I'm 50, that's it. They're young kids. They're just beginning. 50 is nothing. I don't think 80 is anything. As long as you're healthy, knock on wood, knock on formica. I say go for it. It doesn't matter what your age is. There are people who are much older than I am, I think. I don't know. It doesn't matter what your age is. Just do it. What is that, Nike? Just do it. It doesn't matter what your age is. You learn and people help. We're all out there to help each other. We're all there to support each other.
What did you have to learn that you didn't expect?
I didn't know how much time it took. You do get to my age, and there are a lot of doctor's appointments. So you've got doctor appointments, you've got family visiting, you've got going to visit family. Life is there. It's amazing how much time it takes. And it's the buying of the products, it's the thinking about it, editing.
How many hours a week are you spending on your YouTube channel?
I'm afraid to find out. I have no idea. I just know that it's a lot. Then make dinner and go to the market. Come on. Forget it. It's a lot.
And I know you like your garden, right?
YouTube has great videos on gardening. Do you know about Fertilizer Friday? I mean, I had the most beautiful flowers because I would fertilize every Friday and I would spray them with soap. And I love gardening. I love cooking. I think that's where it shows my age. I get tired at the end of the day.
But you keep doing it though. You wake up every day and then say, I'm going to just make another video. I'm going to work on my video.
I wouldn't stop. Just because I get tired doesn't mean anything. I wouldn't stop. I enjoy it. But I can have other things in my life. I've got a book club tomorrow night. I love reading. As you say, gardening, and I'm looking up at the hillside and thinking, well, I wonder how many more gazanias I need, or do I need some more Santa Barbara daisies, and where would I put them? I'm interested in a lot of things.
You now have almost 20,000 YouTube subscribers. What has that journey been like for you?
I've earned every single one of those subscribers. It hasn't been some easy peasy. It's not only consistent work, it's also trying to figure out, what do my subscribers want? What are they interested in? I'm trying to meet people's needs. I want women to realize that they can do anything. One of the things that brought me onto YouTube was women saying that they're invisible. And that really bothers me because you're not invisible. I don't allow anybody to treat me as invisible. And I don't want them to think that they're invisible. And I want them to know that they're just as vital at this age as any age. You just can't allow yourself to be invisible. I'm pretty forward. I don't know what it's like to be treated as invisible. Maybe it's because I'm always out there. And
you put yourself out there. Anybody, doesn't matter the age, anybody that's putting themselves on YouTube are putting themselves out there.
You know what? You're right. You're right. So I had an eye doctor's appointment yesterday, and I was telling them, I've got to put these drops in because when I do my videos, I don't want people to see that it's all red and swollen. Meanwhile, I've got this allergy infection in my eyes, what have you.
Mm.
It's been for 3 weeks. I
Oh.
only use the whitening drops when I do videos. But the thing is, he was so impressed that I made YouTube videos.
Mm.
This young guy, people are you're 85 and you make videos? Oh my goodness. I want to follow you. What's your name? People get a big kick out of it.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of it. You've often said that it's a slow, what do you call it? A slow something.
Slow burn.
Well, it's slow. It's not some fast thing where you have a channel and all of a sudden you have lots of
I always
followers.
say long form, long game.
Yes. And it
Mm-hmm.
is. It's just,
Mm-hmm.
you can't think that, oh, I've got a YouTube channel and it's going to blow up. It
Mm-hmm.
hasn't happened to me.
Well, you just told me about a video that you
Yes.
just uploaded. Tell us about that video.
Well, that's been such an exciting ride. I did a video about French makeup and the no makeup look,
Mm-hmm.
and it just blew up. It's got 104,000 views, I think, but who's counting?
Wow.
There it is,
This one, the French no
upper
makeup
left.
one. Yeah, right here on my 85-year-old
Right.
year old skin.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
me without makeup.
110,000 views 9 days ago.
110?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. See, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
How fabulous is that? And it's so exciting. When these things happen, I must say there's so many highs and there's so many lows. It's really an exciting place to be
Mm-hmm.
because you do a video and oh my goodness, look at how many. I mean, I would think 8,000. I look at some of them and they've now got 50,000. And I think
Mm-hmm.
it's not only hard work, it can be very exciting. There's a lot to it that people
Mm-hmm.
don't realize.
Mm-hmm.
The sound is really important. I think you've said something like people will put up with things being hazy or not being able to see well, but if you can't hear it well, forget about it. Sound is
Correct.
really important. In my studio, we would put big blankets down to get good sound. There's a lot to these things that don't show on the camera.
Does your husband help with the filming aspect or just the editing?
Editing. I get into position and he just makes sure I'm in the middle of the camera and then he
Okay.
leaves the room. It's better if nobody's there and then I can just relate to the other
Mm-hmm.
person on the other side of the camera. And I use an iPhone and I'm really happy with it. People worry about getting cameras. I'm terrible with cameras.
Mm-hmm.
I was asked to take a picture of George Lucas and Steven Spielberg with my camera.
Mm-hmm.
And I took the picture. They asked me to send them the photos. They didn't have any photos of the two of them together. Then I started rolling the camera and realized the film, and I had no film in the camera.
Okay. So you got to tell George Lucas and Steven Spielberg that, sorry, I didn't have any film in the camera.
So that's why I don't have cameras. I'm not good at that. A lot of people film themselves.
Mm-hmm. I think that's the biggest thing that so many women, especially even people in general, as they get older, is they're afraid of the tech. What would you say to that?
You can learn. I learn. I take classes, watch YouTube videos. I take classes. I take classes in everything, and you can learn. And you can also, you can use AI. I've got to tell you that AI is really a help. I'm going to talk to AI and say, how do I fix this? How do I do that? There's an answer now. In the olden days, you used to have manuals. Do they have manuals now? No. You've got YouTube, but it's there. The answers are there and you can do it.
How are you using AI for your content?
I'll say, okay, I want to do a video about such and such and use this product. Do you have any ideas? And then, or I'll say, I just did a video about this, that, and that. What do you think would be a good title? Because obviously I'm not great at thinking up titles. I hear it from you. And then it'll list a number of titles and then I'll choose the title. I still will choose the title that appeals to me or that I think is best, or I'll fine tune it. I don't just say AI, what is the title? Oh, okay, I'll choose that. I used to test it, and now I don't. I used to test it on TubeBuddy, something like that, but now I just use my
Intuition.
instinct.
Yeah.
Right.
And pick their favorite.
Right. The one that I've and edit the favorite, that
Mhm.
move some words around so that it
Yeah.
sounds like me. Even using AI, I change things so that it sounds like me as opposed to AI.
Yeah. That's the best thing to do. In the last year or so, you joined my boot camp. What made you decide to do that?
Success. I saw so many of your boot campers
Hmm.
having so much success, and I thought, I want to have success. I thought, so she's got some magic potion there. When you would show people who've taken your boot camp, they're really big grown up YouTubers.
Hmm.
And I figured that you must have something that you're giving them that has brought them to that level. So that's why,
Hmm.
success breeds success.
Hmm. What were you hoping to get out of it?
More views. I wanted to have more followers. I wanted to learn how to really use YouTube. And you do. I focus on, because I think it's so funny, about the difference between a title and a thumbnail. It was such a basic, simple concept that completely went over me.
Hmm.
And it's the dedication, it's the hard work. I know I would be better if I did 2 a week, but I might not make it. At the same time, I have to realize what I'm capable of. So that's why it was seeing who you've coached, and you've
Hmm.
coached people that I admire.
What did you learn from the boot camp that was helpful for you? And then how did you see that translated into your channel and content?
It was listening to you at the calls where you talk to each person. They present their YouTube video and you tell them, yes, this is good, but maybe you should do that. And you give one-on-one help to everybody. If
Hmm.
they ask for it, you give it to them. When I'm in those video calls, look at how many people you help, or I see how many people you help and change their way of doing their videos. It's seeing your one-on-one help for people and
Hmm.
learning from, even when you talk to other people, I learned from that. And also you have a whole boot camp papers and things
The
you
curriculum, like the course
curriculum.
itself. Yeah.
You learn from it, and
Hmm.
finding your niche, trying to go out of your niche. You've just got a lot of instinctual ways of helping people.
What did you maybe change about your channel after learning in the boot camp?
Focusing more on on what my viewers want to see. A big difference was in the thumbnails and the titles. I was really clueless. Thumbnails are really important because if you see them, at least you might have a chance of people clicking on it. I needed to get my thumbnails. That was a big thing. It was also great to hear that I wasn't alone in knowing that this was a lot of work, that everybody else is not struggling, but we all have questions and there's a place to get an answer. Being able to go to, school and putting something up and saying, oh my goodness, help. What do I do?
Hmm. Yeah. The school group is a community group.
Right. And everybody
Yeah.
helps everybody else.
Yeah. And you're really good about coming in and asking for help too.
You're right. When I need it, I know where I can go. And people
Hmm.
are very helpful. It's such basic things. And I got the answers in the group. I was saying, gee, when I posted a picture, all you saw was a little bit of it. How do and then somebody in the group said, just click on it and the whole thing expands. It's little things like that I didn't realize.
Yeah.
And that you've got some place to go and that you get a really good answer. And everybody really tries to help everybody else and support everybody else.
That's important.
Right. I think that I just keep on learning. I keep on going to the ROIs. And if I'm not there, I watch it on
Hmm.
replay. It's fun seeing some of these very successful people and YouTubers and how they ask questions and their problems. I'm thinking of Aurelia
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
how she needed to switch things around.
Hmm.
Um, so it's fascinating
Yeah.
and you learn from it.
You're a good student. And I always tell people, even if you can't attend the calls, listen to the replays, because there's just so much that we talk about.
a lot. So there's a lot to consume. And that you know what? And that takes time too. I mean, that's about, what is it? A couple of hours?
The
Even watching
calls are usually around 2 hours.
Right. There's another 2 hours. So there's time that goes into YouTube. It's not just the part of recording. It's the part of learning, of watching and learning.
What did you learn in the bootcamp that you didn't know before?
The first thing was I didn't know that a thumbnail title was different than a title. That was like basic YouTube 101. I also learned about how long these things, the focus, staying in your niche, letting it so that people know what you're, and the algorithm knows what you're talking about, and that recognizes you, that yes, this is Sandy talking about makeup and mature makeup, that it takes a long time to build up your followers. I'd say those are some of the basic things.
Was there a specific moment when you feel like things started to click for you? Because I know you said way at the beginning of this, so you're like, oh, I just didn't know what I didn't know. I didn't know YouTube.
I think it's happening now. So how long has it been? A couple of years? How long have I been in your boot camp?
My boot camp, no, not that long. It's been
just a year.
Maybe a year. Yeah.
It's concentrated learning. It just starts sinking in. And I see that with the people you interview or that are in your calls. It just suddenly they are learning all the time and not knowing it. And then it starts coalescing together. It just isn't one big thing. It's learning all the time.
It's learning as long as you're taking action. The bootcamp is the way it is. It's not just like a 6-week program. You're in there for a while because the whole idea is, yes, we have a curriculum, you come on the calls, but what I want you to do is exactly what you're doing, Sandra, is like, I want you to take my feedback and now I want you to apply it to the next video and in the next video. And I want to make sure that you're incrementally getting better. And I think that's what you're talking about here.
That's it. Exactly. I can't say that some big moment came. Well, although I can. I think you've said some, there was a time, I don't know, but it was some like, oh, that's what she's talking about. But if you pay attention and you listen and you attend these things, it gets into you and you
reinforce it. It's like going and working out, right? You're not going to get in shape after just 1 or 2 sessions at the gym. You have to do rep after rep after rep. It's just part of your life. And so it's the same thing.
It's all encompassing. I'll be driving around and I think about ideas for videos. It's in the back of my mind all the time about what new titles, new things to talk about. It's obsessive, you know, thinking about these things and trying to get new titles.
How has what you've learned in the bootcamp changed the way that you approach your channel?
I think more practically, more realistically, realizing that I do have to keep on the narrow road of my niche, paying attention to what your viewer wants to see and appealing to that. It's trying to find a focus that's of interest to your viewers. Although I must say that sometimes I do have fun. When I did Martha Stewart, I'm going to do another Martha Stewart.
You're doing another one.
Yes, because she did another thing. I'd like to do it.
I remember I posted group. Remember, I'm like, I was like, Sandra, look, there's another Martha Stewart.
Yes, and where she goes into more detail. Where's that Martha Stewart one?
Yeah, that was a hot video that did well.
Yes,
for
it
you.
was. Yes,
64,000 views. Yeah, but the one that the French one got even more at 100,000. I remember at the time when this one happened, we were all really excited how this one got 64,000 views.
It's fabulous. It's really exciting. You work hard and then you get some of these big videos and it's really fun. You know, it's exciting.
And you're going to do a follow-up to this.
Martha Stewart in a lingerie. I've got to find some Amazon. I'll find some sexy lingerie thing with Martha Stewart. Yeah. I think she's hysterical. And I did Helen Mirren.
We talked about that during the calls.
Right. So I'll do some more.
Oh, you did Glenn Close. Here's Helen Mirren.
Gabby's mother. And I did Pampered Wolf's mother. Whenever there's a mother around, I try and put makeup on like them.
Yeah, people really like those videos.
Yes, they do. Although some people have said to me, it's more important that you look like yourself. They don't get it. You know, they don't get it.
Yeah, I do want to talk to you in a minute about kind of like the comments, but this is just so funny. Like this thumbnail, don't pee in your pants. Favorite unsexy must-haves. That's funny. I don't remember seeing that one before. That's funny.
Really? That one did well also,
It did
where I show,
14,000 views. Yeah.
well, go up, and then look at the one where I'm showing some underpants.
Oh,
A little
yes.
bit.
I remember we've talked about that 26,000 views.
There's a part of me that's very out there. I want to talk
Yeah,
about all the things
UTI.
that other people
Yeah.
don't want to talk about.
That's what makes you different and stand out. And actually, I think that's what makes you attracted to this platform. And not everyone's willing to do that, to
I
do what you're
know.
willing to do.
I have a girlfriend who I have a picture of me in the hospital with a, a net over my hair, and I'm just coming out of some hospital and I look terrible. And she said, "How could you do that?"
Mm-hmm.
Easy. Just doesn't
Mm-hmm.
bother me.
Don't let things bother you.
But the other thing is I can help people, and that
Yeah.
is wearing an Apple Watch. The other day when I was sopping up the floors, I fell down, and the
Mm.
Apple Watch said this was SOS. They were ready to send somebody, an ambulance for me.
Oh, wow.
I was fine. I was
Mm-hmm.
fine. But it was there. And I want to help people, telling them it's not medication. If you have a urinary tract infection, that
Mm-hmm.
there are things that can help you. I love being able to help people, be it an Apple Watch, be it panties, be it pads, be it things that nobody wants to talk about.
Yeah.
I'll talk about. I'm happy to.
Yeah. And that's why I get to help people. And there's something super
It's wonderful.
motivating, but fulfilling about that.
Yes, it is. It's great. I think the most feedback I get from people is really, I don't want to brag, but I will, that I inspire them,
Mm-hmm.
that they think that she's doing it at 85, that I can do it. I love that. That's what I
Mm-hmm.
want to do, is inspire people.
And I think you do an incredible job of that. That's part of the reason why I want you have you here on the show is because you are very inspiring. A lot of people in general, they give up on life, even younger.
You're right.
It's like, oh, it's too late, or all these excuses. And your attitude is so different. It's very much just learn it, just figure it out. And I
You can
think
do
that's
it.
important to have role models like yourself, people that are willing to put themselves out there with a platform like YouTube, which is absolutely incredible. We've never had this before. I mean,
R-
you've been
You're
around
right.
longer than me. There wasn't an opportunity for someone at 85 to say, let me start creating videos and let everybody watch it. The only option was what was given to us by Hollywood, right? And so
You're right.
to have this platform to be able to help and inspire women, you're taking it by the reins and saying, I'm doing this.
Well, you know what? I started letting my hair go gray when nobody was letting their hair go gray. And it's
Mm-hmm.
because I was at a party and this woman who had some autoimmune disease, and she'd always dyed her hair red, but she let it go natural and it was gray. And I thought, that's beautiful. I'm going to do it. And so nobody wanted me to go gray. At
How old
that
were you?
time, 50,
Oh,
55,
okay. Okay. So you were younger. Yeah, a lot younger.
but it was before the gray
The great
movement.
movement. Mm-hmm.
And nobody was gray. And I was
Mm-hmm.
gray. And I said, I'm doing it. I love it. I'm not going to spend the 3 hours every 2 weeks or 3 weeks getting my hair dyed. I've had it. I'm going gray. I wore my hair very short, but I went gray because I wanted to do it. And I don't care if I'm gray. I don't care what that if people know my age. I guess I have self-confidence that it's okay. It's okay to
Mm-hmm.
be gray. It's okay to tell people your age. It's okay.
How do you have so much self-confidence?
I'll be darned if I know. Isn't that interesting? I don't know. I just do.
Have you always been like this?
I think so. I guess I've got the attitude of, if I don't know it, I did my first commercial, I was in my 20s, and somebody saw me at a cocktail party, asked me to do it. And I thought, sure, why not? People have asked me to be on television cooking shows,
Mm-hmm.
and sure, why not? I'll figure it out. I can learn. I do a lot of research. I learn.
A lot of people are scared of YouTube or any social platform because they don't want to see the comments or any negativity. And what has your experience been there?
When anybody's been negative, and it's really rare, the rest of the followers really jump on them. They kind of protect me. Or I treat it as when people have said, don't you want to be yourself, as opposed to try and be, let's say, Martha Stewart. And I'll say, I'm just having fun, and this is just a fun thing. And it is fun. If they don't like it, that's fine. Isn't it true? And all of us say the same thing. The negatives stay with us so long, and it really bothers us. And the positives, it's not the same.
The negativity bias, I always say, is it's strong for people on YouTube. You can have 500 positive comments, but there's 2 negative ones, and that's all I hear about from my clients. There's a negative
That's
comment.
right.
Like,
you're right. And it means nothing. It really doesn't.
Nothing. It doesn't.
No.
What would you say about a woman that is over 50, 60, 70 and is thinking about joining the boot camp, if maybe scared and nervous?
It's great. You'll learn. It's wonderful. You need to educate yourself. And in boot camp, you can educate yourself. And you're surrounded by really smart, talented women. They're very impressive and they're very helpful. You'll learn a lot. I'd say go for it. Absolutely go for it, because it'll make a difference. It's made a difference in people who come to the calls. It helps everybody, and everybody learns, and you fine tune it for people before you leave, that you make sure that do you understand what I'm saying? Did this help you? Do you have any more questions? You're always very attuned to people and really help them out, which is very impressive. You don't just say, here's the answer and leave, but you want to make sure that they understand, that it means something to them, that they get it. And it's great. You know, you're getting one-on-one help. It's not just a whole group, but you're getting one-on-one help from you. And you've helped really big people.
I'm very lucky to attract an amazing community. I know you mentioned earlier how the women are really supportive. It's important to me that everybody in there is supportive and positive, because we get so much negativity in our lives out. It could be anything. It could be like negative comments, or it could be like a spouse, or people be like, oh, what are you doing this? The boot camp is that community and that safe area that like, it's positive.
It's not only safe, as I say, it's impressive when you've been helping a person and you want to make sure that they got it, that you've answered their questions, that they're satisfied. I don't know if you realize that you do that. I find it impressive.
For me, it's just really important that I'm helping them. But it's like you feel like you're helping them. Like, I want to make sure that I'm really helping them. And maybe I do.
It's great.
That.
It's great. It's a lovely quality to have. And
good.
lovely, as a leader, it's a lovely quality to give to everybody.
Thank you. Thank you. I love it. I love it. And I get to meet amazing women like you, Sandra. What keeps you inspired when you're creating?
You have to be attuned to let things come into you that could be inspiring. I was looking at my lipsticks the other day and thinking, I just got an idea. If I tell you, nobody can take the idea away, but I got a great idea about lipstick. It's part of creativity that you always have to leave yourself open for creativity to come to you. I can't wait to do this thing about lipsticks, but it was allowing creativity to come into you. And how do you do it? I think it's part of creativity, allowing things to come in I don't know. There must be a part of me that's always looking for ideas. You know what? It's darn hard coming up with new ideas each week. I got to tell you. And the minute I have one, I have to write it down because it'll be gone. So I've got all of these ideas, and not all of them will work, but I've got these ideas. You have to keep track of them because they're ephemeral and they'll escape.
They will. It's funny. I love this book and I always reference it. I don't know if you've read it, Sandra. You probably heard me talk about it. Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. She's the same woman that wrote
Pray, Love.
Yeah, which I never even watched that. But Big Magic is such an incredible book when it comes to creating anything. But I think it applies so much to YouTube. And she talks about how none of us own ideas, but they come to you. And then if you don't use them, they're going to go to somebody else. And then they're going to go to somebody else. You don't have ownership over any ideas. If you have an idea, it's up to you to take it, not forget about it, and actually do something with it. Because that idea is going to go to somebody else if you don't do something with it.
That's so interesting. I'm getting the book.
Yeah, get it. Let me know how you like it. Because it's a great book. And I think you will love it because you're also an artist and all these different things. And so it applies to any type of creativity. And it talks about how you're inspired and kind of just some of the things that we're talking about. And have you always been somebody that's very creative like that?
Yeah, not only in my painting. I don't know if you know, but I've also been on cooking shows, and I've
Mm,
come up with ideas, and people have thought, where did she get, these ideas? I think that it's something that just innate in
mm-hmm,
me,
mm-hmm.
and I'll see
Yeah.
something, it'll inspire me. And I saw a dessert made with a Middle Eastern dough. So I used it in a new way, and the chefs were thinking, what a great idea. It's something in me where maybe I'm just attuned to seeing things and reworking them.
I think a lot of people attracted to YouTube are very creative in a lot of different ways. And so even me, myself, personally, it's a creative mind, creative thinking. And I think the people that tend to gravitate towards content creation in general, they're just creative people. This is just another way to create.
How did you start doing this? Why do you know, you can come up with great ideas for thumbnails, for titles, or for concepts. How did it happen to you?
I think my background is always been sales and marketing. I was in commercial real estate at a college and I did that for several years. And then I had a business with my sister where we had a clothing line actually here in LA. We sold licensed apparel at it was the Staples Center at the time. So Lakers, Kings, Clippers, and then also the Warriors and UCLA, USC, the colleges. We had licensed apparel, like for women clothing. So, but my sister was more of kind of the creative in the sense that she's the one that created the designs, where I was more of the sales and marketing. So I've always gravitated towards, same thing with real estate sales. I like the sales and marketing side. Marketing is really fun for me. So to me, YouTube is just a way of marketing ideas and the videos. We've got the videos, but the thumbnail title is how we package those videos. That's how we're marketing those videos to the world and selling them to the world. I think I just gravitate toward that. And then I've been doing this for a long time, Sandra. I've been doing this for almost 10 years now with YouTube.
Wow.
Yeah.
But there's still that that creativity that
Hmm.
comes out of you. I hear it when you start thinking of titles and ideas and concepts, and it's fascinating. How did you think of that? Why did you think it, and why did you know that that's going to work,
Yeah.
or this isn't going to work?
And
So
I
it's
just
interesting.
know, right? Like you said, you just kind of know with the intuition. And a lot of what I do and how I work with people is very intuitive. And I've always been like that. And I always encourage you, and we talk about this, is I encourage all my students, I can give you a bunch of ideas, but how does that feel to you? If you hear an idea and you're like, oh God, no. Okay, that's your intuition telling you like, no, that doesn't align with you. But if you hear an idea and the first thing you want to do is you want to run out of the call and you want to go and create the video, that's your intuition telling you like, oh my God, yes, that's what I should be doing. Right. So our intuition is extremely valuable as a creator.
Something else that you said, which is that it should be authentic. And that
Mm-hmm.
also has stuck with me, that you have to do what is authentic to you. And that if you don't, people will know that
Mm-hmm.
you have to do what's real, as I say, is authentic. I think that's very important also.
There was something with you that you were teetering on, shouldn't I do it like this because this is how other people are doing. I'm like, no, it's actually
See,
not how you should be doing it. And I remember there was a while where you're like, but I feel like I should do this. I feel like, well, do you want to do it? Is that coming from you or externally? No, well, this person didn't. I'm like, that doesn't matter. And because people are coming to watch your videos because they want to watch Sandra, what Sandra thinks, how Sandra acts, how Sandra responds. And I think people lose that.
but that's what you give.
Mm-hmm.
And I listen to that. That's in the back of my mind also. So that's another thing that you do. They're unconscious. Well, I don't know if they're unconscious, but you give that to your
Mm-hmm.
students. And
Mm-hmm.
that's another thing that you do.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't get it from somebody else
Yeah. Yeah.
or from
And
yourself.
it's hard to get it from yourself because we have so much going on. And even like myself in my own business, I have coaches and people that I work with because when we're so close to the work, we don't see the big picture sometimes, or we don't see everything. Like there's blind spots and everybody has their own blind spots. I love the calls. That's the favorite part of what I get to do with the boot camp because I get to actually interact with each individual person and be like, what are they missing? And to me, sometimes it's so obvious. And then sometimes it takes digging a little bit and they're like, okay, I get it. So the answers are usually within you. And the answers, I think, are a lot easier than people think they are, but they just don't see them.
You need somebody with a flashlight.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, you need somebody with a vision and a flashlight to kind of help you around those corners to be able to see these things.
Yeah. Sandra, I think you're incredible. I think you're so inspiring. I think you're absolutely amazing. You're such a role model. You're so inspiring. Any last words of wisdom to women out there of any age? YouTube has been on their list of things to do, or they've got the channel, but they have all these fears, there's all these insecurities around it, and something is stopping them. They're allowing these things to stop them. What would you tell them?
Just do it. It's okay. Don't tell anybody and just do it. Make the mistakes. We all do. We've all made all the mistakes, but you can do it. It's just get out there and do it. It really, it's not that hard. If you've got an iPhone and light from a window and just have a good microphone or use it from the computer or the phone, you can do it. Try it. Because if you don't, you're going to kick yourself. Just try it. It's really, it's not that hard. If my first one where I said on Instagram where I just put lipstick on, do a short one. You'll get there. Just do it. I can't tell you how enough to just do it. Get out there and do it. And take your class. Join us. Introduce yourself. We'll all welcome you.
Like, I kind of like what you said about not telling anybody. I know a lot of the women in the boot camp or a lot of my clients and people I've worked with, they have said that they've started YouTube and not told anybody. And it's almost like people have more fear around the people in their own lives than they do actually with strangers.
This way you fall on your face, but nobody knows you. They don't care. So just do it and don't tell anybody. A year later, you can maybe mention if you want to. But meanwhile, just in all the baby steps, just do it on your own and don't tell anybody. And we won't tell anybody.
Yeah, we won't tell anyone. Sandra, thank you so much for being here. You've been amazing. For people that are not familiar with your content, where can they find you?
Sandra Salland. Just go to YouTube and click on Sandra Salland.
Awesome.
And
I'll put the link
welcome
in the
you in.
Yes. It's a fun community, I'm sure.
It is. It's great.
All right, Sandra. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. See you soon.